just wanted to come on here and show you guys some of the autism books I have on my bookshelf. Now, here's one. It's called Taking Off the Mask. It's by Dr. Hannah Louise Belcher. And I really like this book. It makes me want to pick it up. Basically, it talks about masking, and it has a bunch of practical exercises to help understand and minimize the effects of autistic camouflaging. You know, when I was studying psychology, camouflaging was something that I saw discussed just a little bit, maybe a couple of sentences about it even. They did call it camouflaging, they didn't call it masking. I think there's a difference, but I'm not sure exactly. But the reason I like it is because at the beginning of each chapter, they have like key terms in a little bulleted list. And the way everything is laid out, like you can tell that this was written for an autistic person. Like finally, books that are written for autistic people. And they have key messages at the end of each chapter. It's really nice, and they have little charts, like flow charts. Love that for us visual learners. And this one's called The Autistic Experience. Silenced Voices Finally Heard. I really like that. And this one has a similar layout. It does have a few charts and things. It is a bit different though. It reads more like a traditional book. It's very easy to read, and it has quotes from different autistic people, and I love that because it's all of our voices in one place. And again, you can really tell that we were considered, our own voices were considered. So many times things will be made for us, but it really seems like it was made for a neurotypical. So yeah, love this book. It's called The Autistic Experience. It's by Joe James and Marie Laure Del Vecchio, Vecchio. That's a good one. This one, Camouflage, The Hidden Lives of Autistic Women by Dr. Sarah Bargiela, Bargiela, art by Sophie Standing. And this was a great collab for these two people. Not that I know them or anything, but just saying, it's amazing. Like, I keep wanting to pick it up. I can't help but pick it up because look at the cover. It's this small little book, but it has so many different concepts in it. I bookmarked this page because it talks about like autistic women and all the different ways that they can look and the different ways that autism can present, the things we struggle with, and I really felt validated. I know that there's a lot of controversy similarly with this book, Spectrum Women. There's a lot of controversy about talking about women with autism and like separating us. But I mean, I'm a cis woman. I was born a woman and I identify as a woman, if you don't know what that means. And I felt pretty validated by these two books. Camouflage by Dr. Sarah Bargiela and Spectrum Women, Walking to the Beat of Autism, edited by Barb Cook and Dr. Michelle Garnett, foreword by Lisa Morgan. This is a great book as well. Different chapters on the things that we struggle with, like depression. It even talks a little bit about ADHD and eating disorders and sensory processing disorders, sexual dysfunction. It's pretty in-depth, and it's an easy read, and I always appreciate that. That's a good book. This one, Stories of Autistic Joy. I really love this book. Not only is the cover amazing, I like a good cover because it makes me want to pick it up. Stories of Autistic Joy, edited by Laura Kate Dale. This is a good one. Here's one chapter I like, How Pretending to Be a Magical Animal Helped Me Feel Human. Miles Nelson. This is a great book. It made me feel very validated. There are stories from different autistic people and just the way that they feel. I just felt like it made me feel less alone, because so many times when you have autism, you can feel lonely and like an alien because you feel like you don't connect with others the way that neurotypicals do. But this book was great. It's a nice light to have, because having autism is not easy. I just loved hearing their perspectives, and I felt like it was a lot like my own. And I feel that experiencing joy when you're autistic, it feels so strong and so, I don't know how to describe it. Honestly, I'm not sure how to compare it to the happiness of neurotypicals, but it feels potent. Joy is potent when you're autistic, and so is every other emotion sometimes. But yeah, those are my books. I really like them. Highly recommend. Enjoy.